Why is it important to control a woman? This mentality is one of the reasons Nigeria may not have a female president this decade. Because of this mentality, successful women are often thought to have slept through it. This explains why people may casually hurl the epithet ashawo at women who are driving vehicles. Because of this, the majority of older women will pull younger women aside and implore them to hide their money so they won't drive the guys away. Women are still taught to devalue themselves for a guy to consider them worthy of marriage because of this mentality. Women have always been ruled by men from the beginning of time. A woman's life used to be purely for the enjoyment of males, whether they liked it or not. Everything started with the idea that because women were formed using the ribs of men, they were designed to be men's helpers. This belief has been passed down from generation to generation. Young girls are taught that they are inferior to men and that a man may rule over them. When young girls started to enter puberty, elder women began preparing them for marriage by teaching them how to satisfy a man. This included teaching them how to cook for their husbands, dress for their husbands, and do other things for their husbands. It started to feel as though a woman's entire existence was for a man's enjoyment. It also emphasized the idea that a woman and a man are not on an equal footing. She had to cling to his every word and carry out his every demand since the husband was the master of his wife and could do as he pleased. This altered. Women aspired to more. Women desired to be heard and to have a voice. They desired to be acknowledged as a distinct person, one who was capable of autonomous thought and decision-making. Women started to disobey their husbands, rejecting authority figures and commands. They want relationships that were more equal and inclusive. Because they wanted to be like the guys, it seemed as though women were prepared for war. The males had no option but to listen and, perhaps, join the movement, which gave rise to several movements. Many males engaged in benevolent feminism, thinking that they were aiding women. The phrase "the male is the head, the woman is the neck" starts to circulate. The head cannot move without a neck. It is customary to say things like these to help the woman feel better about how she has been reduced to the position of the neck. However, as the world changes, women are less controlled than they formerly were. There is more access to schooling for young females. Women work in fields that were previously thought to be exclusively for males. Women may now participate in politics, make decisions, defend their rights, and fully own their bodies. Looks fantastic, doesn't it? Therefore, why do people, men in particular, still feel the need to control women, especially women they are in a relationship with or married to? If we have all agreed that humans are complete and independent entities that can think for themselves and can make decisions, and generally take care of themselves, why do males feel they must dominate women? The Nigerian musician Omoniyi Raphael, better known by his stage name Zlatan, reminded us that we are not as progressive as we'd like to believe. Just when we thought that by now, everyone would have realized that women are free to do whatever they choose to do, as long as it is not illegal, and when we thought that society was slowly moving against patriarchy. There are some mummyish expectations of what good and submissive women should be like: gentle, intelligent but not too intelligent, hardworking but not too rich, highly domesticated, wife material 100 yards, obedient, which automatically means following instructions without question, and so on. Average people naturally strive to be larger and better than the person next door, but our culture has always valued the ability to manage women. We live in a culture where people are eager to break the feathers of women to keep them from flying too high, shape them into the person they think they should be, and tame them to keep them from becoming wild. People tend to think that women who are wealthier than their husbands are not submissive because of this. For them, a submissive wife is someone who hangs on to their every word and soothes their ego even though she is perishing inside. A dodo that they can order to sit won't think twice about doing so, knowing her position in the family and society. It is alarming. More troubling is the fact that Zlatan expressed the views of many individuals who think that a woman should be in power. Worse still, more women are being prevented from realizing their full potential by this attitude. This mentality is one of the reasons Nigeria may not have a female president this decade. Because of this mentality, successful women are often thought to have slept through it. This explains why people may casually hurl the epithet sashiko at women who are driving vehicles. Because of this, the majority of older women will pull younger women aside and implore them to hide their money so they won't drive the guys away. Women are still taught to devalue themselves for a guy to consider them worthy of marriage because of this mentality. Although we have begun to develop strong women who are adamant about pursuing their goals, we should also teach women to have the choice to live a good life, whether or not they marry. Women must understand that it is okay to reject males, or anyone else, who seeks to dominate and devalue them. We ought to do a better job of raising our guys than this. We can change this mindset, which is ingrained in males from an early age, by showing our sons that women are not less valuable than men or objects to be manipulated. Young people can also benefit from letting go of antiquated ideas, unlearning certain things, and relearning others. People have developed as well as the times. Let's improve.